All right, game 3, Solo Champions League 902. Let's do this thing. We've got everything set up, shuffled. Get initial hand. I think I've been actually undervaluing the extra 1 defense, frankly. So command team, double team. Okay, that we don't. None of those we want. Command team be good to get down because we can use it with other allies. That free defend. Yeah, let's do it. So 1, 2, 3. So what we do here, we would do reflex, command team, get nothing out of Ant-Man, so let's use superpowered siblings to get 2 more cards. Nicholas J. Fury. Okay. So 1, 2. 3, 4. And command team will work well because Nick Fury will get activate twice. 1, 2, 3. So then I have after all of that, I think I'm going to do kind of what seems like a bit of a bad idea. We're going to go get Goliath. Oops. Okay, get Goliath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tough. Bring up command team and sky cycle for 2 and 3. So Nick Fury is going to activate twice. Oops, so that's at 2 now. He's going to be down to 1 health. He activates twice, so that will take this down by 2 and this down by 2. Quicksilver will activate once and twice. And this is gone. And we got a stun. Friction resistance, but then can't do anything. Oh, I get friction resistance into speed cyclone. Next turn. Okay, that's pretty good actually. So villain turn 2 attacks, Nick Fury blocks, counter card. Discard 1 card at random. Okay, so my plan will not necessarily work. If he has wood, he does not have wood. Okay, so 1 card at random. Okay, so my plan doesn't work. Use friction resistance and flips then? So turn 2, if I draw a double resource, which all my main ones are still there. No, I've got 2 left. So if I draw a double resource, I could then friction resistance, save a thing, and maybe play a thing. So then I just go 1, 2, flip. Do not currently have the best ability to deal with. Threat. So if I were to try to dig for something and it wasn't the +1 threat, if my +1 threat came up, I would be sad. So I think I'm just going to friction resistance and leave it at that. Okay, there's my +1 threat, so that's going to help me recover, plus with White Tiger. That's not bad, and oh, I might be able to do quite a bit actually. So scheming. Oh, that is pretty lucky. And encounter card. Okay, less lucky. So 1, 2, 3, I will just take the damage, because I think I want to use all this stuff. So that's 2. So is there anything in here I don't want to use? I can use White Tiger and Power of Leadership with friction resistance to get some cards, and then decide what to do, because friction resistance doesn't actually happen until after for the activation part of it. So if I do friction resistance and Power of Leadership with White Tiger, I get 2 cards. With friction resistance, always be running is an extra activation, which I can get for another extra thwart here. What are my possibilities here? So I can get 1 extra friction resistance if I don't use always be running, so that would be 7. Def focus is 2, hyper perception will be another 2. So I have 3 left, and I could do team training. Is there a way to... So what don't I care about? I don't care about command team and maximum velocity. In what I'm trying to do right now. Right, I'm trying to get as much of the rest of the board as I possibly can. That's my last command team, so that's going to mean Goliath is only going to get 3 activations max. Right? Oh no, I still have 1 more after this. Oh no, because I have 1 out. Team training means I can get an extra activation out of White Tiger before blocking. There's not a version of this where I end up with the extra command team though. So what happens? If I try to play the extra command team instead of the extra team training, then I need a later team training or later honorary Avenger to actually use it. So that's possible. So I think, I think with the current board state, right, I've got 3 activations this turn, plus White Tiger. Goliath is already set up for 3 activations. I can push for a turn 4 victory. So right now we got 13, 16, 17, 18. There'll be 1 from the threat advancement. So that'll be 19. Turn it over, 29, 35. Team training gets me an extra activation on a White Tiger. So that'd be 4 maximum velocity this turn with always be running. Gets me 9, so that's 13. Plus 15 here is 28. What, did I say that right? 9 plus 4 is 13, plus 15 is 28. Right, and then his activation is next turn. So then I need to come up with 5 stuff when I end my turn. I mean, how realistic is 5 stuff? So 5 stuff can include, we've seen only one of those. So that could be, the other one of those is a 3 stuff. So we have to come up with 2. There's also these double times and other things like that. Huh. So it really depends on what comes out the other side of this thing. So we could push for it and just hope that the encounter deck lets us do it, and then if not, we'll have lots of room to kind of negotiate the rest of it, finish it off, I guess. The other chance is just, the other thing we could do is just assume that it's not going to work, get hyper perception out. So I mean, if I did hyper perception, that's going to be worth 2 or I mean, how many always be runnings have I lost so far? Oh, have I not seen any always be runnings? It's my first one. There's 3 more in there. So hyper perception is worth up to, I've got 2 more turns. Like if this fails, I need 2 more turns, right? So if that's the case, that thing's worth up to 4. There's lots of other things that are worth up to 4, so this doesn't seem worth it. Okay, so let's do flip. Max velocity for those 2. Right, then I thwart this, get my free untap. Friction resistance comes up. Tap again to attack. use always be running to untap. Friction resistance comes up and I get team training. Team training gives an extra activation on White Tiger, so White Tiger takes care of this and then another 2. So Absorbing Man's at 5. All right, I guess I like it. Kind of scary though. Let's do it. So maximum velocity. So I'm at +2, +2, +2. Oh, and I can also use that for defending. Ha 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 ha. Because it's till the end of the round. Keep on forgetting about that. So maximum velocity means I tap. 1, 2, 3. Get my free untap, untap. Then I will tap for 1, 2, 3. Friction resistance always be running to untap. Will team training for friction resistance plus command team. She goes up 1, he goes up 1. I'll leave maximum velocity out here so I don't forget. Final attack. 1, 2, 3. White Tiger gets 2 activations. So 2 to clear that and 2 on there. We got Spider-Man and Inspired, which is more than enough stuff to do all the stuff I need to do, and it always extra be running. Okay, well, I could even survive a slightly rocky turn here. Okay, I'm going to tap to defend. 1, 2, 3, 4, +2, so I take 1 damage, and then untap. And encounter card. Got the stone. Absorbing Man 1 face down boost card, which we're never going to see. Okay, we actually finished this in 4. Whew, crazy. So we can get 3 activations out of Quicksilver, which is worth 3 on the friction resistance, right? So that means we have 5, 6 in hand, +3, 9. So Spidey is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Rahel replaces herself. So we attack with White Spider. So Maria Hill. Or 2, does that, wait a second. So I think Maria Hill, we do friction resistance and blasphemously always be running to draw another card. Ha ha ha. Okay then. Not that it matters. Quicksilver will thwart for 1, untap, untap. Goliath. We've got a wasted 1 no matter what we do here, right? So how do we do this to use the least health? So Spidey plus Quicksilver can take out Absorbing Man. But then what does White Tiger do? So it's White Tiger plus Spidey takes out Absorbing Man. Or Goliath takes out Absorbing Man for first. White Tiger takes out 2, Spidey takes out 4, then finishes it off. We never even use Maria Hill. If we put Inspired on, we'll have to come up with 4. No matter what, White Tiger has to activate once and get a wasted activation. So Inspired. Goliath advances him. 16. Sky Cycle to untap. Goliath. Takes him down to 10. Command team to untap. Goliath. White Tiger. 1, 2. I guess I can flip and heal. Spidey. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then Goliath finishes it off. And we have 4 turns. Here, where's my page? There we are. So game 3, we got 4 turns. And 9, 10, 11, 17 health. Clean board.